through to the final back at Wembley on Sunday. Liam, you wanted them to win. They won.
Yeah, they deserved it, didn't they? Okay, the penalty was controversial, but you know, Denmark never had a shot on target in that, you know, second half or extra time. They went to try and get the penalties, but you know, England got the break. We were talking about Italy last night, what they do to win a match. Sterling went down, he got the penalty. If it was an Italian, we probably wouldn't be so critical, but there you go. I think they deserve to win. Didi doesn't, but I think by far the better team in the second half and extra time.
Go on, Didi.
Well, I think it's scandalous. You know, obviously they saw the game out well after going ahead. Did they deserve it? I have to disagree with Liam, because they won with a penalty which was a blatant dive, and this is not in the spirit of the game. And England always prides itself on being the home of fair play and no diving. We all remember what happened with Klinsmann when he came to England and he dived, and you know, then they had that celebration with the diving. And as I said, we brought VAR in. Sterling probably thought the challenge is going to come, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. He probably thought the challenge is going to come in, but Male, as we will see in a minute, you know, he pulls out the tackle because he sees he can't get there. There's no contact whatsoever. VAR was brought in to rectify these decisions and change blatant mistakes by the referee. This is as blatant a mistake as you will see. And this is a European Championship, a semi-final. I feel sorry for the Danes. I think there was every chance they would have got to penalties, and then we probably would have all thought they might have the advantage with Schmeichel in goal. So yeah, congratulations to England, but surely the way they won the game is not in the spirit of the game.
Richie, what do you think?
I don't think it should have been a penalty kick. That incident aside, though, I think Southgate, the couple of changes he made in the second half of the game, bringing on Henderson, taking off Rice, I think that was a change that was needed. He brought on Grealish, that was a change that was needed. And then he did in extra time what we've seen. Lee mentioned Italy. He just made changes to defend, to hang on to what they had. Trippier, Walker, a couple of times were in the corner. We urged them to cross it, and they just turned around and kept the ball. They did a professional job in the majority of that extra time. And I think Denmark were a man short. Don't know if that was picked up. Jensen went off injured, and they'd made all the substitutions. There was no way 10 men Denmark in extra time, with all the effort they put in, was going to find an opening against England, who were focused solely on defence. England deservedly are in the final, but the method that they got the goal, or the means they got the goal from, was a mistake by the match officials.
Okay. There is the, well, it's full now, isn't it? Well, there'll be either Italy or England will leave Wembley on Sunday evening with the Henri Delaunay Trophy. Italy, England in the final. That's going to be an amazing final. Let's look at this penalty incident. With just, you know, give me your, I know your thoughts, Didi, but let's look at this in detail. Watch the other football on the pitch as well. Look at it there. And there is an issue. The referee at that time could have stopped the game, but he decided that it wasn't interfering with play, the extra football.
Well, I think regardless of the incident, I think as soon as he sees the second ball, he's going to stop the game. I think he should have stopped the game long before, because if there's we had it in extra time where there was a second ball on the pitch, a throw in at the halfway line, he stopped the game straight away. I think as soon as he sees the second ball, I think he should have stopped it long before, and then it obviously wouldn't have gone to that
last
decision.
replay, sorry Didi, that last replay shows there was actually no contact with Sterling at all. And VAR, I don't know how they didn't get that.
Yeah, but guys, come here. The other night we were talking about players diving and things like that. And you said, Didi, listen, you do what it takes to win. There was an opportunity there. The defender stuck out his leg. He dangled out his leg. Sterling saw that. Like, is that not just him being professional? Let's go.
Dara, there's no contact. There's a big difference. If somebody sticks a leg out and you run into his leg or make contact, if there's contact, no problem. There's no contact whatsoever. And yes, you have to do what it takes to win, But diving is certainly and clearly not what's required because, as I said, it's not in the spirit of the game. You know, we've got to be role models. We talked before the game about being role models, having a responsibility towards society for the young kids because a lot of young kids are watching tonight. And it's just not in the spirit of the game. We don't want people to do that. And as I said, I give him the benefit of the doubt because he probably thought the challenge is going to come. But as Liam said, how the video assistant referee never picked it up and sent the referee to the screen and said, have a look again, because I don't think there was contact, is beyond me.
In fairness, I don't think at any point we were sitting here saying it was okay to dive. We weren't praising teams that dived their way to success. What we were doing in a conversation around Italy was acknowledging the effectiveness of disrupting your opponent's play by delaying the restart of games, by delaying time getting up when you're clearly injured or when there's something wrong. This is different.
Well, that was effective,
This is different. The fall was begun before the contact was made, and the contact never came. So it was a match official's mistake. But I think Denmark, let's not forget them.
Yes.
I think a huge amount of praise has to go to them for everything they've been through, how they've recovered from it, the way they've played it and got themselves to this stage. They were a man less for that extra time, so it was a
could we see the replay again on the penalty and the last?
We're very nearly out of time, but can we see it again really quickly?
It's the last.
Yeah, we're going to look at it again. Let's look once more.
It's the last one. You know.
There's the ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, that was. I agree with Diddy. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Sterling had a terrific game again. You know, he was a threat all the time. A problem for them all the time. As Jensen's coming one way and Mela decides, oh, no, I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to pull my foot away. And as Diddy says, Sterling anticipates there. There's no contact. No contact.
We just need to see how he goes down. And if you play the game at any level, if you see how he's going down, you know, it was a dive.
And in the ref's defence, I think you could see why he gave the penalty, but it's indefensible why the VAR colleagues didn't insist that he'd look at the footage. Yeah. Even at that point, just at least have a look at the footage
but
and then make a call.
Schmeichel had kept Denmark in the game for the last hour. Did he? Come on. You know, if he wasn't there, England would have won 2 or 3.
Yeah, but he was.
Yeah, well then, but it shows you England were making chances.
No, 100%.
It shows you England were making the chances.
But this was just before half-time of extra time. Yeah, if they go in one each, you know, England may get 1 or 2 more chances. I think the likelihood that they get to penalties is bigger than they're not. And once it goes to penalties, they've got a chance. They could be in the final now. Well. And the game was decided by a blatant mistake by the referee and by the officiating team because a video assistant referee, for some reason, didn't see...
No, I agree with you about the penalty, but England deserved to go through.
I hate saying these words now, but that's all we've got time for.